You know what's crazy is that I went like my whole life trying to figure out what was wrong with me, why I was in pain, why my digestion was so out of whack all the time, why I was so emotionally gone. Like I didn't want to deal with anything. I didn't want to deal with anything that triggered me, anything that I didn't feel that aligned with me. I would kind of shut down or I would numb. And I would kind of go with the flow, even though it was really hurting me inside. I've been struggling a lot this past, I don't know, past month or so, month or two, and I've understanding that it's part of life, and it's okay. I'm emerging on the other side of that, right? I think one of the main things that has been really pulling on my heart lately is our gut and the importance of our gut health. Because what we eat every single day directly correlates to how we feel every day. And if we're not feeling very good, I gotta tell you, it's hard to show up as that higher version of yourself. If your stomach is hurting or you feel groggy or you have a headache, it's really hard to show up all, in that higher frequency, in that higher energy that you want to be. And it's such a vicious cycle. I kind of compare it to drinking because our gut is directly affected by the foods that we eat. Every single day we ingest food. If you look at the standard American diet, it's consisted of a lot of just processed foods. You got Starbucks and you have fast food and you have all these bad seed oils and chemicals and toxins within all of our food supply, honestly. If you don't know, do some research. Majority of the food that you're going to find in grocery stores isn't really even food. And I had known that there was a lot of bad chemicals and bad additives in a lot of the foods, but I didn't know to what extent. And the deeper I dug, the more I found, and it just doesn't stop. And so I found myself not really even wanting to eat any of this food in the grocery stores. I legit eat like beef, eggs, butter, and then my protein drink that I make. I'm producing a protein shake that has all of these different vitamins and minerals in it and probiotics to help just keep my body as healthy as I can. And it's helped me really just recover and detox my body so I could be the best version of myself. Now, the gut is directly affected by the foods that we eat. And so I want to kind of make this video talking about how we go through our days, not really understanding how important the food is to our, like, how we're feeling every single day. Now, here's an example. My brother, he's pretty healthy. He works out like every day. He's really strong. And he was complaining about how his head was hurting every single day. But I noticed that he was shaking up this like pink, I don't know if it was like an electrolyte drink or energy drink that he was kind of mixing up. He was pouring some powder in, shaking it up. And every day he would complain that his head was hurting. And me, knowing so much, like, because I've obsessed with nutrition and all of that, I went and looked at the label. The number one ingredient was maltodextrin, followed by sucralose, and then all of the synthetic chemicals that are in this drink. And so I had mentioned to him, like, hey, dude, I know that you've been saying you've been having headaches every day. I think that it's caused by this thing that you're drinking every day. And I didn't want to be too pushy or anything, but, hey. So he didn't drink it that day, and he didn't get a headache. Comes in the next day. I work with my brother, by the way. He comes into work the very next day, and he's like, dude, I don't have a headache. I was like, that's awesome. And that was just a really good example of what we eat, what we consume every day directly correlates and basically how we feel that day and beyond. And it's things that we don't even think about. It could, like, even if it's just a water or something to rehydrate ourselves, it's all filled with chemicals and junk. Because what I do for like electrolytes. I use a Celtic sea salt. I use that to help replenish my electrolytes because it has natural magnesium, it has different minerals in it, and it's natural. Salt is good for you. Everyone else is going to say salt is really bad for you. Like table salt is bad for you, but Celtic sea salt, Himalayan pink salt is good for you. And so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Like just that one little thing was causing him to have headaches every single day. And so my message to you is, hey, I get it. All of these foods that we're eating every single day, it's who we are. It's how we've been eating for so long. Every diet, every new fad, everything that we're trying to do to lose weight, be healthier, to stop drinking, to be the best version of ourselves. There's so much information out there. I get it. I've been there. I've been the guinea pig. I've bought in so many different supplements. I've tried so many different practices to better my life. At the end of the day, I've found that there's a few really important vitamins that we need to have that majority of people are deficient in. And once you're able to get these certain vitamins and minerals in your body, man, for me, it was like a night and day difference. Something lit up within my body that I had really never felt, and maybe not since I was like a little kid or something. And those vitamins are magnesium glycinate, magnesium L-threonate for the biohackers, and vitamin D3 for me in higher amounts. Like I'm talking like 10,000 IUs. But the thing with that, you have to make sure that you take those supplements with all of the cofactors. Like if you take vitamin D3, you need to make sure you have vitamin K2, MK7 version. Then you also need to make sure you have your magnesium. You need to have your zinc, copper, and I'm sure there's a few other ones out there. But if you're taking these high amounts of vitamin D3, like for me, that has changed my life. I could talk about all of that for so long. And so I'll leave it at that. I want you guys just to kind of think about some of the foods that you're eating every day, how you're feeling, and think that, hey, it might play a big role in how you're feeling, how your digestion is, how your headaches are coming on every single day, how it's hard for you to get out of this cycle of just either whether it be addiction or cycle of eating a lot of food or whatever it is. It's all correlated with the gut. So I'll leave it at that for this video. And I'll continue talking about more nutritional things in the upcoming videos. And I'm going to start recording some of me producing my own protein recovery shake. Now I'm at my very final ends. I have 30 different versions that I've created and trying to get down like the texture and the flavor and how it affects our digestion and all of that. So I'm just, working at it. I don't want to release it until I have this thing down. But I'm like 99.5% there. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I love you guys and I'll see you on the next one.